Okay, here, test. Does it work in hopefully that works for you guys. Mhm. Dear, I guess it's not already. Welcome, welcome all. Now, guess it's something. I think it's here as well. The jump right into the last spot. The broken pronouns gamification. It's just people looking at the summary at the end. Seems I was infected with gas infection and what? During the rest of the tour. I survived, but no one was there for me, keeping me safe. We worked hard to make the neighborhood a better place to live and almost died because of what? But no, I saved my life. As they mentioned the person I love crying in despair like this, could I ever make it up to him? I just know. About this suicide, I can't linger on one curve any longer than this. But I pick it up. I've made my decision. I've done it. Made a decision. Have made a timeline you have trusted in our trial, establish it as the countdown, like timeline. I've made my decision. There was no begging down now. And then nobody was active to outside the other books. Oh, why you were attended. Where would shots have perfect effect? And the book to cherry, who took it in. And wanted. And she spread her wings and she began to swear for the church. One left into the eyes, Prince eyes flow white. But lifts into her eyes, Prince eyes glow white. In the room with the heavenly glow. I feel wrapped around me with burnt cheek. The energy flowing into and from my body's where they have. Oh, Bob down me. My memory fragment break by in the past give memories of another time and another. Massive fit with the bright lights. It feels like my body was being pulled in every direction. Simultaneously, yet not moving at all. And then sharp now. We won. What's the few passes? Right, the season for treacheries, not victories. Really, ma'am. I think we've been out of for even in any other circumstance. Let's say the way of my life is not like today. We saw fair part of the main scale across rapid, extremely far of our fan remains of a few of my teammates. We came in arms. Our friends. No, stay with me, Carol. Keep me on. Let me on the way. Just please. Hold up, the Bible hunger. You should come back and try and save me. You may have planned to kill both around, but what cost? They're standing this up for my leg. They can't. Much wait for me having been blown off by a remnant. Nothing is working through, so I can't ride either. I try to take a bus into experience to spare away from their wreckage. I'm sorry. Don't take him up. The whole carrier takes close to me and begin to sob. Jason, not me for a second, but fix my beloved's wounds. Only to say they needed to be. The fucking sorry, Lord. So. I should have listened to them. Save him, just one of them. You might fit in the corners out to kill you, close to my chest. Oh no, what? I can feel my fingers begin to crack. You was there, Gary, what's my fucking down? I can't do it. Damn time. Just my sister tells me inside which me, you, Gabriel, and your bishop, faith and offer with me a lot and skip. That best optimism to believe in. If any plan could come up with for work. This said that Mr. Evans of a victory. No, a failure. Come blind to myself from my love and success. We knew the wisdom came with taking a remnant. But the victory and strong they would be. An angel lost was out on the table. To make us now applied to seem to pass of him to interfere with the most. So now my face evaporated the shade around us. I thought we were invincible. Even at the space. If we were happy and bad. Eventually get up. But because between us, we'd be unbreakable. Here we began coming up with the blood shit left in our body onto my shirt. Just please don't give out to me. We can still make it out together. And then my sacrifice will be made, right? I'm not. I just refuse to give up on you. My head towards the sky, back down to tears, tried to search for someone, anyone to come rescue us before it was too late. And you know, poor God. Fuck, poor God. I can't with you too. Leave me alone, please. The race ran some moving as well. But in car, when I reached the station, saw the dark with skin like this. As I had damaged gas from bonds. And everything on to have been returned. Shit. The kid and robot remained down into a trench. To me, the screams. From chaos bars against the power up more than everything you guys could have managed. Stop the punch, went up and tail, ignoring the guys within distances of us. Sorry, I'm sorry. I could only annihilate for a moment, just as that game would have been dead for the both of us. Can't have you down on too low to gas. It would be embarrassing on the report. I try and make sure English came out. But never. But as the end of it, we was inventing that. That from my life, the next 5 with such an ugly pumping less things. It's out. It's very it's things I can do for you, love. So be it then. The woman's favorite piece in the thing, beyond my chest. Because most of it is done, and the seem heavy at one thing is in me. I'm here as well. And could you prove it? It's me. It's the change mind and setting every moving facial feature into my memory. Pretend I had it in my million years I could never allow myself to forget the face. My lips were curious, and the thing about myself, for me a taste of honey sweet. But there was much more than was been. There are much love and respect in every way. At the end of the night from curious began free, until I was nothing but darkness. I was dead but sharp and each level more than anything in this world. And then, even the ship began to fall, paint to blue, bright blue lights, till my hands were left empty and cold. Once nothing remained, I screamed into a firelit night. At the car, my both chairs hands were right around me. And it was as if the universe shared a minute itself, all at the same instant. One is my vision returns rubbing my head. I had a fiery headache, but my friend messed up my waist beside themselves out. You mean because time took the entire vision? What? A passing conversation as we was in the church. How did I get here? You black out that waking, I don't feel like a change. None since the Noel! But I'm putting Noel into a tie. Happy to see him. I'm satisfied and trying to talk. Quickly turns into a light-hearted laugh as he returns. It. What, I can't because you feel like it? Good to see you. Really, what's going on? A bit long. Sorry, actually. Children. And so, that stuff to happen brings time to get down to 1 year before. Please forgive me for not noticing you were there. It's nice they did not know. I would expect it first. At the end of the year, spent the unification of time. As I see here's the friendship from real life, it took in Lucifer's circle. The darkness making clearly possible from his head. Oh, it can be from both this value. What are you doing here, demon? Couldn't you just be a demon? I came for myself and... No, calm down, it's okay. Okay, you will have Michael, Lucifer.
Well.
I'm sure you'd recognize me. You can feel what are you doing here. Okay, no, let's calm down. The students are working together. Then can see Michael quickly forming in his head. What? Okay, what the fuck do you mean? What's going on? He's allowed me to explain. So me explain everything to Noel. Time loops, it was working with Lucifer to change you to for better. Everything fresh, Noel was the answer clear, and soon he was called. So sweet. This is so much to take in. Yes, but it was the only possible to ensure that YouTuber changes for the better. That understands how the time looping, laughing, and done. It's a very good, yes. Let's see, are we gonna find pause in this? It got the argument. Baby daddy. Yes, where is puppet, but just we haven't seen it yet. As I looked on the world, just I forgot about Michael. Never got a person is of the most. Being able to show about being in my arms. Stand up and being in chance to us embrace inside lasted years. Continue to fall. Of us embracing that the tears continue to fall. I could never let myself forget about you. It's a if the subtlety buried his face into my shoulders. It only squeezed sympathy every time. Never wanting to let him go either. Quiet for a moment, but gently calm, for notices for reminds of what's going on, and we managed to go apart from each other. Never past and expect for the other side each other. Remarkably quickly. Listen, I stand by it, you're saying it needs to be done. Just, I'm not sure if I gave up fighting Utopia. Oh, it's about Utopia's orders and believed in it. Make this to agree with the ideas. Working all this time, I hope I'll come back one day. As hopeless as it first with him. Let's quiet for a moment before you simply spoke up. Let's just press from the beginning. What?
Listen to this.
Lima was never going to be free of human residents. The man knew that. And I intended to restore you back to his stars as his powers. If he had impossible death knowing he couldn't just kill himself without consequence.
Hey.
Watch it. Nothing but loyal to Dominion. But would he have to be dead? If I against the black when he lost curiosities and managed to survive it. I have forgiven you for surviving. This punishment is him taking his grudge out on you. But this doesn't make any sense. Could he have to carry you? I think that's where to make sense. They will win. It was part from one that it correctly had thoughts before speaking. It simply was not always up to the test of facing the guests. There was a period of time where we needed powerful powers angels but did not have the time to raise a royal army. We came up with a solution, and we could flip past the energy, and the unique powers was made from them. As became curiosities, archangels become Gabriel, principalities became Bishop and so on. We are meant to be an elite test first, so we sent in to fight the rest of the guys. We weren't supposed to get a test. We busted though. So when you offered to run, it was just saying the greater core. Then it took it harder than he ever had done. So I would have to say vendetta against you. It was the best, but no matter how much I disagree with him, he has got his way. Why we have to fight now, so that the million can be taken down from his pedestal. I'm going taking everything in. Seemed to be apart as if his whole life was taking on a new meaning. You mean I'm part of him? Yes you are. Which one? Huh? Tamara and I are part of the church. Oh, for God's sake, children, go hug your son. Fucking go! Yes! The moment they start fucking you is that Jerry was his mom. Right down. So hey, no, Michael, up, partner. but it's like, wow. True Ben and Irish from President Super Statement. I was Repurpose kid. You're my parent? It's just the one. Don't hurt them, was my not that swings around the hurry until suggest. You're supposed to know. I've been watching over you since you were born, but you don't demand since you were so young back then. My son can deny to personalize hand like directly. Help up the music because my boyfriend was the one being hit the hardest. This is real. You really? Yes, I am. So sorry, kept it from you this year. I should have taught you sooner. No, that was a good time. If there was a good time too. God, I was taught this year. It was supposed to be a family. There's a family looks on a big of tears. He'll be my own boy watching him. It's sweet with the cherry holding her type before he finally puts away. I don't know how I feel about this. To silent I don't. I know I'm supposed to be. Can you give me some fire and to possess this? Yes, of course. So I'll drop on you right now after. Even the fight that's ahead of us. At least you can dance like ours. Isn't it right now? Okay, man. Is he blushing? Stop it. Who's gonna come back in the step? You're being better if you have to spend family room to get your puppy here. I mean, not always. Michael said, come on, food crime. Which food crime he did again? Because I had the hip hop. It's super big. Okay, here. Cherry and popcorn. He once but doesn't argue with me. Says he looks weird and speaks proudly. Look, what's implied that you two will change his power, right? And think that Nobel depth in the power's way. It sounds a bit into the palm acting on his face. And if they go, spit then. Perfect, you ready? Let's go meet the Irish, shall we? It's just time I processed and prepared that prior to Utopia to be opened. It's about to get very crowded. Very merry. After church was a relatively open space. Was a relative fair and then slammed the bar fit against the ground. If he's by the way, I became a pretty man. If you would please stand by. Let some calf get and toss it into the field. It must be balanced on this distance. That's expecting a massive arcade structure. Observed magnitude at gigantic private abundant planes of limbo. And from it, if not part of demons begin to pour out onto the planes of limbo. Army appears to be split into 7 different sections, which be led by a team in charge. After that training, you get familiar yet they couldn't even for the life of me. Instinct told that they were crucial for us to work. If we fought them, we won the chance against Utopia. Soon, Dreamer was pictured with an army of demons as far as I could see, but only imagine how the inhabitants would be if it does. I sighed. As we come to this, I'm quiet. Another thing is because even now punishing my gun against the value to be respond to protect. Man, ignorance on my own, trying to come to again. It's to be the same, but it's a rest but grades have not just yet, but itself in the earth. It's my fault, not my own fault. Dreams itself becomes the fault is if it's successful. Yes! Yes! Please! Baby! Yes, yes, do. I let the mama. Okay. I've seen everything you've done for Limbo and tested out what you've done before. Not him, but I'll tell say that. Oh, he's fighting. But doing everything you could, no matter how hard things got. Nothing made it more clear to me the fact that you have more than earned a place back into Utopia. And so much more. The moment before, not some chat, and I'm burdened to buy it to resolve. His plan to be gone with determination. I believe you. No, what more than just yes, Michael. It must be fair since everything will be okay. Now, before can to listen to Lucifer's speech. Where's the big boy? I'm his man, Berkeley, but I am commanding from vice versa. Message. Denizens of hell. The time for true liberation and vengeance against Utopia is upon us. None of this would be possible without you being here. Right now, to aid in this endeavor, for that I will be eternally grateful. I must also advise you that this will not be an easy fight for you. For today you face an enemy that knows not death. No matter how much you may harm or maim an angel, says they are within the realm of Utopia, they will not die. Not only that, but they will eventually heal from all the damage you place upon them. Worst of all, you will not receive the same favor. In Utopia, if you fight the burn path, you will face true death. Existence shall be no more, nor will be remembered for your deeds. That's not something I asked of you lightly, but know a bit about the return of the family to the afterlife. Those of you who have friends or family in Utopia, for those of you who wish to see what the other side is like, you fight today for the great good. So, in the face of an enemy that knows no death, the slow circle will give each and every one of you a secret weapon they have been developing for centuries. You will catch an angel unaware, you are able to capacitate them, strike them with this weapon. You will bind them in a rope that can only be cut by yours truly. Focus on capture first and foremost. Once an angel is spot, go for the next. Do not linger, do not torture, do not be needlessly or mercilessly cruel. More than anything, don't let Utopia stereotypes of us swing too. We are our own people and we see ourselves to be treated as such. We are prepared to fight. If anyone after severe harm, call for assistance and I, determined a man of the rescue team shall pull you to safety. Do not needlessly risk death. This is a warp speed intrusion. Use the numbers without reducing odds. Use medieval switch for everything while you return to your friends and family after this day is over. For hell! For everyone in there have left, and for everyone who suffered the hands of Utopia, we shall show them the true power of hell! For hell! For hell! For hell! The crowd were in excitement. A thunderous wave fell limbo as they slammed the ground and shooting clapped. Already, I could see demons moving amongst the crowds, having a special device around each to disarm one by one. Are you really the only one able to cut the bulb? Well, yourself been up to a quick, very power. Seeing as Cherubin is on his head, this leaves to million powers. Is it good odds then? Exactly, you don't know what hit them. Now, go get yourself ready and surely prepare more for weapons for you as well. Got it? The amount of demons there was taken. It took a little while to make sure everyone's loaded out with their gear. That's all. Everyone was ready, myself included. There's some commotion. When the rest of people stuck in limbo, Cyberpunk was happening, but Cherubin was able to smooth things over. By his nearest battle, the final battle was upon us.
So,
You two remember you're part of the plan?
That's right.
Being up every ancient path, capture them with your gadget, get to the minion. Best way forward. The faster we can do it, the sooner they are end. You seem surprisingly into this. Okay, I'm not happy having to fight Utopia, no matter how justified it may be. But I am a power essential through and through. If it's a fight they want, it's a fight they'll get. You sure you'll be okay though? We will find a lot of people. You know, funny enough, I think it's going to be that big of an issue. Also, there's a merit in might on passing is actually trained to fight. As if you do just does whatever they want, and without fighting for anything, so it's kind of pointless. So my prediction is that is going to sweep for the match here at the Utopia and won't face any pushback until the passing Seraphim show up. I want to do when most of the casualties will show up. That's the problem I remember from my time in Utopia as well. It's good to know I'm still up to date. Utopia is very slow to change after how we ended up here in the first place. So yeah, most of the dangers we faced at first will mostly be warmers until a real fight. In Kafka's here, the other powers engines have been since my banishment. That's for power, I've got more experience in them. Like the Knuckles and Gwent. A fight against the living breathing angel is spent so long. If you're ready then, let's get into position as the invasion is about to begin. Right.
That's right.
As ready as I'll ever be. Very good. I will go ahead and have my men open the portal. Once it's open, the battle will begin. Be prepared. Nomad, it's now or never. Percy walked off to give the signal and we go into position. I have my way to the very front of the army, standing before Inda's horns. Next to Lucifer, she raised a spear. Open the gates! As I saw and noticed that in the portal device down before stepping back. Things the quick grew exponentially. They was large enough to fit the width of the army that was true. Much threatened to fit every part of the machine. Electricity sparking from various discharge ports along its frame. I tightened the grip on my shirt, feeling the magic within me beginning to swirl crazy. It knew what was coming, what was about to happen, and I was more than ready to let it run wild. I then began to bear as magic filled the center of the portal. I am feeling the entire length of it before the very fabric of space and time began to rip apart. As soon as we could see a ball out to the other side. The army of angels was waiting for us just beyond its walls. And within my chest slapped out, waiting to my throat looking to escape. With my head back, that filled in my throat, letting the parkour in those couple seconds. Before lurching forward and letting it all out in a single power of this destructive being. The power went from forth within my body and reached past the initial defenses of the ancient before me. Reaching its center, going with tremendous force. And bearing all directions, the explosion worked the very realm around us, seeing the angels flying in every direction within Utopia's sacred realm. It took several seconds for everything to calm down and for the army behind us to survey the aftermath of my attack. The path into Utopia was clear, save for few stragglers who now faced the might of hell's invading army. Charge! Army fell with a roaring war cry as the hour moved as one. The very ground beneath us trembling as they charged forth, pouring into Utopia by the droves. No way! Michael, you've been holding out on me! Hey, even I didn't know I could do that. It was first tricked me during one of the times I don't remember, until my body still has the power from then. Kind of confusing, but it seemed to come sharp my strength when I needed. I held out my hand and saw an cheer appear, but I always had them. Oh, we are absolutely sparring later. You'll see what you can do now. Nothing? But firing Utopia comes first. Yeah, I know. Come on, let's get going. I expanded his wings and did out his hand in my direction. I took his and we quickly picked me up by a side before flying into the air and rushing through a portal into Utopia. We flew through the sky, we witnessed the army charging beneath us. At the side, wasn't so many people charging their way through Utopia and fighting against everything that got in their way. The archers were breaking out towards the edges of the army. The angels of Utopia, they could still fight, trying to slaughter the onslaught of people. I think that matched on Noel's predictions that these angels were getting overwhelmed quickly and being captured so that they were no longer afraid. Or we can leave the others modified to the army, just head towards the front and join the vanguard. That's where the real fighting will be. Right. Yet the thought of being in the thick of the fight makes me a little nervous. No just fine, practically locked language for him. Only practically? With whatever training Lucifer gave me, I've never been much of a fighter. When fighting against odds, was usually letting no do the heavy lifting, but myself into danger nearly got me killed. I love the wings, brother. And nearly getting killed mid-noise out. I never wanted to make this team that sad again. I changed his squeeze against him as my thoughts got up with me and he looked down at me curiously. You okay? Yeah, just nervous. The fight I can remember didn't exactly go well. I have moment when I went there as well. And everything like that happened to you again, not where I'm around. We fight together till the variant for bar afterlife. And maybe with a reassuring smile. Protect you now and always. I never smiled back at him. If my arms around him gave him a touch that I could tell he appreciated. Only lasted a few seconds before I turned to look back at the battlefield, approaching the front of the army, and the angels that stood before them. I showed him what we are made of, and to my shield. As I'll ever be. I showed him what we're made of. Then gave his one fact and I went myself to jump into battle. Magic within my body seemed to activate the idea of fighting, much like it had when the portal had initially opened. When we were freed up, we For my first enemy, jump for my no sent rush towards the ground. What the? In turn with a powerful shock wave of magic that caused all the angels around me to be instantly knocked back by an explosion. The Noah just fell. Noah was on top of them in an instant, not wasting a moment. A blink of an eye, the first angel was pounced, and with a flick of the wrist, the angel was soon bound with the unbreakable rope. The bindings were secure. He jumped onto the next one after the other, giving them a second to recover. A whirling wind of movement of first barrels away or away for only a single attack having been launched. Let's play. He looked amused at his prey before paying to look at and seeing the next set of angels flinching at his gaze. How long it takes for me to break a sweat? The instant his twin pieces were surrounded by his hands. His large black wings extended out, his foot stepped back as he leaned forward, but at that forward with tremendous speed, bulldozing his face straight into the enemies. Wow! With the eyes, Noah felt like he'd never seen him fight before. The Earth Angel being immortal was first reason for him to hold back. But power punches, kicks, and even gunshots rang from as he mobilized angels after nature. And I couldn't have from hear the tear and broken a sweat yet. And they was having so much fun letting loose. Wait. This is very important to me. Here. Hallelujah, it was a past burnt through, even with his cherubim lineage flowing in his veins. There's nobody left him to all the hard work though. Yeah, my thoughts in rather than focus on controlling my power. That is more says natural breathing. Magic flowed through my veins and I could feel myself growing stronger with every breath. I rushed forward to join my lover in battle. Bam, clash, bam, bam. Bam felt so strange. In my life back on Earth, I could never whereas my go-to answer for basically anything. Sure, it was have fun in movies and games. There were people who did it for sports and who doesn't want to punch an asshole every now and again. Hey, you don't lay your hands on people. That's something you do. And this morning is this time. It's damn good. Adding magic into my fist and launching it straight into the government angel. At knockoff burst, the magic erupting into a shockwave of power and capturing an energy that caused them to feel with pain before falling to ground so I could capture them. It was right, playing could be fun. And to Noah's credit, capture the Lucifer's wishes to not be cruel. That enjoyment of the violence, it almost made a game out of seeing how much effort it took to immobilize an enemy. With his most recent fight knocking to ground, instead of getting hard, comfy passes per second first. Bang! Vincent Greg is best by the next far. But he looked up at her. This had been a big fight. You've been area about you so bad. You've been touched right now. And tilbage. Den gang farligt, weapon the entry within the unbreakable guns. Remember that the next time you raise a fist against the foe. Noel, that was so cool. Something my son best of all, a blush appearing on his face. Oh, hey, Michael, come on. This is serious. I'm not trying to be cool. Just trying to teach these angels how serious this fight actually is. I mean, it's so cool. Can't help but laugh at Noel as he rubbed the back of his head embarrassed. Though I also saw his mouth curl up into a smile. I knew he enjoyed the present the affection, and I was always be more than happy to heap it upon him. Come on, let's keep moving. Inner sanctum isn't that far. That instant, and father knew was sure in less than a second. My boy reacted it before I could. He ran up and all my magic was channeled into it before I ever knew what was happening. That's better than me, sure. As if it always been made of glass. I saw when I said kicked me. Couldn't tell what had happened. Yes. I paused. It trespassed. Damage is turned to movies my guns being visited because what was that? It's been seen my life in the front bin. Yep. Very perfect could destroy the entire universe. Even if your weakness said, you will try by taking the full power of my blow. You know that's one way of the best I ever trained. Hours. His breath was quiet as he spoke for his chief, was trembling. Bill sat up, noticing I had no control over my hand, giving the save was in. Next time I'm gonna have things to put into at the very least that she's so hot from the hierarchy that they can smash it when one of the characters looks really attractive. And though that's obviously a bomber skin. Presidential rabbit army it off your ass. Remember what happened? I can only imagine it was the past happened and he launched an attack on us. But they tried to defend us for the night before I knew what had happened. But still it wasn't dead at least. That meant that it was on its own. That means I never expected you to come fight us. You recognize how weak your attack seemed to be. But as you've been slacking on your training. Now watching moves, you were as good as ever. I just didn't match your brain, but your brains want to unleash. That's what happens when you get demoted. As I just get that diminish. And you notice as you come to sit down. It's any obvious for her. The statement, no question. Well, of course I am, boss. I suppose this must be stretching with its summer skin tight jacket. It'd be my best if I wasn't so terrified. You're taking YouTuber means the fight to be had. That's not what the idea is, of course. Yeah, it's for fighting the fight I give you. The outside aspect then. The idea of it. Rectile the script again. As if fancy views the veritable mountain that's in his way. And it's going to be an interesting fight for you. There are other more powerful fighters here that would be worth of a challenge for you. What's this? Been on for a fire soldier? I'm thinking of the ones in my charge. It's the fight you know you can't been. Take the retreat to come up with his best friend. The tree is not cowardice. God for a moment. He began face and he laughed. But with slow walked the very world around us. You're not wrong, soldier. In a situation I would be best to have before go up against someone more within the league. Do not lose eventually, and in this first they would be worth their points for me to face. Get the PNC was become if you slip by me. Leave me by. So Colonel was raised his hands up to his jacket and read in it ripped open, wearing his muscular and hairy chest. It's very unfortunate that it helps me because it can be disrupting, and I think if it's pretty hard to enable you guys sing it without that goddamn noise, but it would be really funny for this game to have when I have it appear when I make screenshots, because I did screenshot him. It's just it don't sorry masks and stuff. Whoa, hey! Okay, well, I need to say. Can give you a singer for it. Can make me so much as French. Now I consider this your win. Even though with everything you've got. And when Brian considering you're buying himself him. If as if being expanded, the past thing of him. And to clone flightless and chip as being X along his skin, inform as he channeled everything into his weapons. I seem to consume nearly completely as his power became engulfed within his light. Then he aimed his weapon directly at Power's chest. Boom. I had to shield my eyes from how bright the blast was. I've seen oil unleash everything that has been done a single point before. When I felt in my ears ring as the light began to fade. I stood there panting, clearly breathing heavily from the exertion. Clearly. I knew it by everything he had felt to pass him, no better than told anything back. And yet, he looked there, frown on his face, and smoked for his damn damage. I had a feeling. In your point that would have left me with a fresh shower, could have been about to show off. When I got into his chest, I felt looking immaculate once more. Yeah, well, I was a competent 10 years ago. In the same swift of my status as powers, that's the best I can master. It is the truth to change Utopia's might. The power of the power still burns fire inside you. It's admirable. You think this is creeping this, but foolish. Well, man had no intent. It's my defenses and knew. I seemed like a grip. It didn't say anything. How about this? Seemed sorry. You can find more fun than once I go coughing heads with light. I save my pet powers. As the sun goes. I turn it door. We break off its wings. And turn to white. Oh shit! I wasn't in fear of your game powers. I'm sorry about the things I assumed about you when I first saw you on the Tumblr. At least from right now, I don't know, it continues and if you're in other chapters. Right up to things until probably turn completely white. That her small wings and fat below is fast in the dark slits of his eyes. They've turned white. Yeah, there's because and wings, and we can see the eyes. in the other non-taken part. I'm pretty sure it was on Residential Rabbit's Tumblr that most of the guide between like demon and angel as then as possible to send away and well. And I had never looked more powerful. Looked at his hands and shook his fast, slow squeezing his hands. I had to believe the truth about it just him. How long it has been since I last a good fight soldier? Today they don't have to agree with. Fight with nice stand of individual strength. Early detection and prevention stop any guy from getting strong enough to form a remnant. So if you want to get to the man, then you fight me at full power. Was even meant to be. Oh. Think about it. I've seen a glow like this before. So strong, so vested, so handsome. Between night and day. I grabbed his hands into a tired fist, now appearing on his face. Gladly. Then Twilight put his hands to his head. Turning on him as he opened his mouth and began to yell. I'm just gonna say this here. First of the film that first debut, not just first. The first of the film that stand against us that I do not want to fight. Like, oh God. You can see the ground tremor beneath me as he powered up, his thing cracking once again, his eyes glowing red as his energy swirled around him. He cried out until his energy burst forth, throwing him in the bright light. And then a match was Silver Mario built for battle. He was savage and beautiful and so very powerful. Been too long, far too long since I got to feel like this. Won't disappoint you, sir. Come on, Noel. Let's be legendary. In the middle of the night, the two were top of each other, fish clashing into fish. The sound of their fists against each other seemed to send a shockwave through the air. I felt reverberate through my entire body. I think they were in the air and I could barely keep up as I watched. My eyes desperately tried to keep up with them, but as I got to where they had crashed, they moved again. Explosions rang out through gas, they clashed again and again. Bright lights filling the sky with each explosion of power. Now I could imagine why it was so powerful. Repurpose was the most powerful seraphim. See Noah going toe to toe with him. It was awe-inspiring. Yet, watch each cast exchange proceed bear being made abundantly clear. That is soothing. Even without the experience and knowledge he's gained, how is this too strong? Yelly Olympic, but I tell him about they give up with power speed, but the difference in strength is still noticeable into someone like me. You imagine how I must feel different in the power. I hasn't even transformed yet. Yeah, it's even fun from the fire. Smiling much his voice infinited. You know it was to be a fool just to match the seraphim. There has to be something I can do, something to give Noel an advantage. But my arm is kind of a twist of nuts and I'm nowhere near as powerful as powers. Right? This was never a fight about taking it down, it was only taking Dominion down. We knew that also had been affected. Oh, what can I do about this fair fight? One for before kingdom before me. He was standing on his feet, his eye. He pumped his him from his bar, breaking hair as he wiped his face. Learned stamina. Came down across the field. And at the valleys, looked like he'd been a struggle. That gave him a real fight. It was so clear he could keep going for a while longer. No, I can't tell the last time I felt so alive. You sounded my command, this is defined. And soldiers, and there would be to fight alongside them. Then that you have the wisdom to experience. There's so many that they handle the guys with numbers and strength. Often have faced the wrath of the remnant. But you have seen her make a fight be good. I and if you fighting first, they again to see how much fire as you could still reach. No shame that you have belonged yourself as an enemy of Utopia. It's not Utopia an enemy of Sir. It's only Dominion. I can hide that the man has his issues. No way I deny your right to have agreements with another. Nonetheless, by us we establish of Utopia, you've chosen the wrong path to express your grievance. Let's say this with one blah blah. You have Noel. I got into bad stance and refused to back down. Yes, Stephen got into similar stance. I began to smile around them. And see the power of the magic in an aura around there. I was shaking the very arm around us. Grumpy clashed that would destroy the very existence of Utopia itself. Wait! Good glance for Utopia fought with them. Michael, what's this now? Let's just fight about them. You support the proof with physical strength? Despite the vaccine from being on, you didn't mean that there's more fighting than proof strength. Let's see a very ways to win a fight. And one must be trying to improve with the battle with the one. That to be too victor despite the different events. Why is it then for combat?
No!
What? What about do you have in mind? What thing the caliber does discuss? No, this would pay into strength more than skill. Long strategy. Well, it's a strategy and I can prove it. Listening over to hvad vil challenge be? Jeg spurgte morgen, så vi taget op adventures. Men jeg får ofte skal sige, det er nu med backplan på, at det var en fin pause på never extent. Nu er challenge you to the Sans card game. Let's go! You're so special. Can best know in this game. Micah? Yeah, the time remember. But see, testing out new strategies. Next year and premiere with for just playing to have fun. They won't beat you when you're using your most powerful deck. You're taking the game seriously. I didn't. Was it blushing? Interesting. Unique card can have not yet played. To keep the playing field fair. Like, do you have first book for me to read? You can take some backpack, but a book kept with him just in case new residents want to give. God give it a try. The board will cut up the price for him, put him flip for the message in a various settings. See, an interesting game about exchanging resources for power and or remembering your turn with force. Also allows for other methods of victory. One day I'm gonna back residential very too. give us like at least the rule book and like how if you like stone cards, and we can because everyone weapons of victory. Yeah, I agree to your change. Hoping that fast. Maybe it's for like a friend's young one. Den elevator to start right before bed. I will obviously need you to hand over every card you have that Noel isn't planning on uses. So therefore, hand over my deck to Paul's and Noel even handed over the rest of the cards he had in his backpack to the lumbering man. As far as I put in, saw him for his cards, I put me aside. Are you crazy, man? Yeah, it's beyond reckless. I had to do something. As powerful as you are, we both know you can't actually defeat Paul's in a head-to-edge fight. We both by force would have left you if he gone his way for me. Princess simply made out that you guys for lose this time. You know what? I was just supposed to stand there and watch you sacrifice yourself for me. No way. We will succeed together, go down together, and that's final. No granted, Sam's crossing his hill to me. Still in his eyes that he was remembering his past in the current situation, and I reached out and grabbed his hand with my good one. I love you, Noel, who have had the strength to face the man without you. Please, let's face this fight together. I'll grab from her before letting out a sigh. And I won't hesitate to protect you if things go south. And I'll do the same for you. A second to buy. And for you. This is hand and he gave me a smile. I had to believe for half a deck. The declaration dropped at a moment to see. I back at him. Again for each of the cards. Many instructions that one might not expect from first reading the cards, but I'm certain my deck will prove more than a formidable match. Now face me. Now reach out for all Utopia. Yawn. Flawless factors, monsters, and magic fit the air around us. It was as if we were whisked away from another realm. Entire shadows were around us. What is this? We are lifting the first move. With the fly, my flame boar. Okay, if I can get residential rabbit to do it, I will find mod them into TCG card. TCG shop simulator. Took the giant car from his hands and put it out in front of him. Basically tape time. Holy shit, using a bot to take guys with monster. So much more fun, doesn't it? This going to be great Assassin's match of my life. Dude's living in autism heaven right now. Men they're hunting Falcon. And by the match on the field as now the way I got some wings. This dramatic increased the attack of my monster. With my hunting Falcon. It lies as it swept through the air, and its sharpened claws whipped through the ball like it was made of paper. I shattered into a million pieces. And a creature with piercing wings is first a creature barbarian, and add one alien from my deck to my hand. You also activate the distraction effect of my flame bar. They don't fear this got one fire should draw one card from my bag. Pass 3 card from his sack, which seems to be blowing beside him. With down fearsome wings, I add, go not weeks to my hand. It is ability to sacrifice my hunting falcon on the bit to some here. I mentioned but happy. Go Netflix's effect allows me to summon hunting effect from my graveyard, summon on from my hand for no cost. I'm gonna come back later and like from the transcript. The 2 more falcons appear at the dark side, protecting Noel. Doesn't play. See if it's enough. My draw. There's in a spark to my field. A famous that was far clearer than expect from powers appeared down to the field. In my because of its ability, some 2 more from my deck. That's very inspired. I have 3 Sinner Sparks to some. The side damage fetching declared glowing with fire. 3 Sinner Sparks vanished from the field. Fafnir Dragon of Apocalyptic Destruction. A light sparkled in the sky before a flame meteor came descending from the heavens down to the field and sprang. Lion wave of fire and destruction before a magnificent giant dragon hovered over the field. Fire and flame slammed the spread across the field, washing over Noel's monsters and causing them to be straight in a shattering hail of sparks. And 5 near sound says all other creatures on the field. No. But it can't be attacked for a turn. What? That would seem massively powerful being a myself a field. Please can't come. What's card for monster versus car is taking place to being in top of it. I know I do. Let's see dramatic through the top card of his deck are sparkling with the power of determination. As this mark. That Witcher of the Forgotten. This time base appeared before now it's in the top of a magic circle. Now when I card base, it enters the Witcher. Interesting. Then for a grave, discards my girl Natrix. He advising from a light and ground as she cried out. Also means that both my foreign hunting falcons return from the field. As imagine, that's strategy. I fought for you, Witcher, and I swung card in your hand. You think you have the time enough to overcome Fafnir? I'm far from done with my turn. The card explosion of the wheel. Let the post 1 mana to summon and sacrifice them. Reply before vanishing into the waves. I will send every 1 mana creature from my deck to the graveyard. Whichever fights on the field, they all get submitted and says, Burst of Light from another 6 running through the air before entering the vase, each one causing the vase to go by Empire. Well, it's interesting. David the Vampire show through all along. A ritual swing. You have the Forgotten sacrificing every creature placed inside the field to some. The vase shattered. Its bright light bursting into the sky. From the light, above the head. They tend his hand towards the field. Then the orbs have large wings emerge. Air consuming the whole field before a beautiful gorgeous figure emerged from within. My ultimate creature, Kairos, the Forgotten Paladin. Your magic was our buffer. Advocate could out of the big. Oh, holy shit. And she fast fashion for me as well. You have chosen to wield. Probably. That's fantastic. Kairos then seek and figure to every creature sacrificed to a ritual. Drawing 20 total. Verma can make several attacks based on the number of prone combats used to somehow. Though Kairos destroyed Fafnir and finished the fight. Flipped his wings being blowing sort of hair might as she rushed down the ring. Flipped his wings being flames upon the mere sphere apart by the light of the angel's wings. Being a slash, Fafnir was split in half and destroyed in a sharp light that rained down upon powers. It then turned to face powers. Just look in. As it demands mere smart prime optimism. And slash table from Sarah English left test up for pause by. This is pause for pronouns. The column light this is life was depleted. If so as first months, thus exchange being placed in front of both combines. I shouldn't do know I'm putting this entire part like into a highlight and for the channel, especially because I know my friend Kirby who loves Yu-Gi-Oh! We're going insane over it. The moment silence is not still a pause. Let there with a smile on his face. Then before Bruce back can up. Yes! I feel I've been missing. Yeah, this game essence make it part for Angel my king thought this has over farm way to does it mean when walks up to me is in front of me and places up on my head. No has found an excellent partner. The boy said always he needs the companionship. Of course that was the plan. My answer before letting go and turn Noel. Most fun I've had in centuries, Noel. I concede this fight to you. Your father saw us, Sigmund. I look forward to going stronger alongside you. Yes, sir, of course. Jeg først den kvartslår. Kom der offside discipline som er deeper into Utopia. Yeah, my lungs. Get my bar before I invest what's going on as a relax. Holy shit, the man is terrifying. Yes, very much is. You did. Make you won against the past Seraphim. What's all thanks to you, Michael? Hey, don't look at me. The one who did all the actual fighting. But you were the one who convinced him to play my cards game. Without that, we would have lost for certain. So thank you so much. Now I went dark me by the morning, touched me better and felt back to my entire body. Oh, fuck, that hurts. Sorry, I completely forgot. Fuck out. No, it's okay. So did I. No, just now started telling. We need to meet up with Ruben and Lucifer. Better fix your arm. Yeah, good idea. Wrap an arm around me and help me walk. He missed it as we made our way deeper into Utopia. No, I soon met that we fought the power Seraphim. It was a fairly short trip before we reached the inner sanctum where Lucifer and Cherubim were waiting for us. Took a little while, but we managed to get to the meeting place. Lucifer and Cherubim were waiting for us. Actually, oh my goodness, are you okay? Ran better.
That's right.
We rented powers on the way here.
Certainly.
I could tell the man was throwing his powers on before I came in the world.
Well.
Frankly, it's a miracle you two managed to get out of fight with him alive. Fortunately for us, Michael was a quicker thinker than me and ended up making a deal with powers he couldn't refuse. A fair challenge. I'm glad you're safe. We need to get the name fixed right away before they lose it. No, Cherubim. For that right here. Running for pink wire from her back, holding it up. As I put me align the bones and fix any parts I'm missing. And at the end, he mentioned so they won't feel anything while arm is whispered. Right. Took me from Noel's arms and started channeling her magic into me. Here's some warm, soothing sensations to flow through my body. For seconds, it was almost as if I didn't have an arm in the shape of a person. But then stepped over to me and caught the wire and placed it to my lips and flow into my mouth. It had the surprisingly pleasant bubblegum taste to it. In a matter of seconds, my arms started moving. That but just magic, as the way it was moving looked incredibly painful. Yeah. Yeah, I know of the thing. Let's skip over the before. Yup. Functioning arm again. That's the one thing. That segment, like, yeah, make a screenshot or something. But there's, or like, buy the game yourself, please. But yeah, I'm not reading that out loud. It only took me a quick glance to know that that this is something I'm not able to say. The stuff is amazing. Mom wants it finished moving. Just stop trying magic into me. Magic arm felt a little tender. We needed ceasing staring painted been moments ago. Are you okay? Losing arm right before a major fight is a huge setback. This surprise part big enough for me to keep my arm. He easily could tell me to pace with that first punch. That's not been his style. Much rather have a fair fight than an easy one. Yeah. You wanna like make a time of both about like right now because I have a lot to say, but I'm definitely using that apology for a meme to like sorry to him. I assumed so much, and I'm glad he was actually good. An easy one. Okay, fast then, I suppose.
Now then.
You want me to give you a more long address? The minute is right in front of us, but I won't rush if you need more to get your breath. You're taking a deep breath and letting it out slowly. You'll be alright. How about you, Noel? Me, I'm better than ever. Which means I'm stronger than ever.
Oh.
When white fire noticing, my swings were bright white instead of black. And then she ran up like, I'm so unwell. My baby boy, you've been forgiving. I loved him. And I thought this day would come. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, true in that. But first, as she hugged him, familiar type of embarrassment, I couldn't help but chuckle. This is embarrassing. Let me have this. I wanted you to be forgiven for so long. So happy you finally are. I'm really on this path. I'll let Cherry get off her system. 0 seconds. She finally let go and the face with a smile. Well, what has happened? That you could finally have your position restored.
That's right.
Yeah. A kick on Mimian's ass or what? You know, but I'm keeping him waiting for any longer. Baby. I turned to face the Cecil led up to cross in the sanctum. We had managed to fight off the powers of him and prepared to be ready to face Dominion. It wasn't going to be easy to face down powers, face down Dominion. I wasn't alone. Lucifer drove him, now backing me up. That's about I felt like anything was possible. And more than anything, I'm back for finding people I loved. And all he put in my chest. Not to wait any longer, first step and began run up the stairs towards Cora's inner sanctum. We up the stairs as fast as we could, my feet stamping down, purpose on each step of the staircase. Of all of this was fine better. The top of the stairs came into sight. One fine pair of closed doors. One last obstacle between me and him. It does face my leg and kicked them open. Here it is. Next section. Dominion. And on the side of the door, and down into his glass was the very man who had tried to kill me. Went from the afterlife into chaos. Men that if I didn't take him down here now, so I've been helped dear. It didn't work to me, not at first. So I was saying this thing before taking a sip of it. I was saying, I've been so simple. There's a test the reincarnation system and things go back to normal. But no, I tried to quit and everything take the test. I was had to come out of his home for the first time and I just did not know where that was hiding. You were in a bit. It to leave a band right up to my very last step. Why didn't bother playing by rules to say shit the rest of the core? You should just do what I say from the beginning, and you're forgiving them all in this crazy world. Just as he had to me and swears, it's his hands at it all. And I doubt in my mind. It was making him angry. So many times before. Man wanted against the decision they made, or the odds they had been given. I said it, because that's what a soldier does. You know what they're told, because they have absolute faith and belief in their commanding officers. It's what their orders are the right thing to do. Can't trust your command officer, what system falls apart. And to see placing her hand against his chest. This entire time, this is the person I've been taking oil from. Makes me sick. Like what? And they I said Dominion. I trusted you, it was best for the Utopia mind. Obeyed your orders even when you discussed me because I had to believe in Utopia. But all this was a lie. Know that this was all the sick twisted ambitions of a single person. No, I was shaking. The tell Ben of things he had for so long were starting to overwhelm him. Just him gently wrapping my arm around his, taking the hand into my own. He thought that he let us move. No breath. So much to take all at once. Can't be there for him the whole time. Of course, scoffed at Noel's words. And my being only sought Utopia's perfection. No, the fuck you up. You love my words, but we could not see the vision of a grand utopia perfected by those who truly understand worshipped ideas. I hope. I hate you. Like, the meaning is so well written that he has made me hate him so much that I was on like of them, like on the most of them characters I genuinely have a personal like problem with to the point I would fight with people like him after it escalates to a point too far. But yeah, have ever doubted ideas. And you were fired off a soldier. You think hero who came back, not you. With han prepared to spring forfeit the vet. They couldn't blame him, so they blow him for Dominion. Anything else could be said, Lucifer stepped back. Profit made of us be known.
Listen to this.
It's over, Dominion. Yes, it's under his control. You're the last man standing on the throne of lies. You surrender peaceful, and I make sure your face 1,000 years of imprisonment are at least somewhat comfortable. Women laughed at it. Hush, patrons. You may have gone past the ancients, even they always have him. And they as long as being in awe of creation. My will is law. And there's stuff for you lot no longer. He moved his hands to face me and just quickly Lucifer and cherubim around me, their hands upon my shoulders. Let the energy flowing through me as I raised my own hand. Just the Dominion's power exploded forth. The moon flashed with light, and bursting forth as our energies collided. Feel the unbridled rage of my Dominion bearing down upon my own. His power is raging, intense and so much more powerful than anything I could imagine. My own saving grace was being supplied by two others of him, and my energy to push and fight back. You're not in this fight alone, Michael. Before I got you back. His hands turned my back alongside Lucifer and chair, pouring his energy into me. A fierce warmth in his love and fire gave me the strength. It was strength I needed by myself fell in place and face Dominion. My energy back into us, burning off with all combined effort. Dominion glared at us, one hissing between his teeth, as we managed to hold on him back. Yet this was not expected us to go at all. Cherubim, you idiotic traitor. You doomed Utopia to being destroyed. Utopia was destroyed long and done to me at your own hands. I need to. I'm transparent to share this thing annoying again. Okay. That's bad, unable to accept the truth of what you had done to our world. Lucifer Fair, I stood a test high against you.
Oh.
Harry, time for me to make this right. The wrongs Utopia has committed. As we've taken you down. Foolish, idiotic, moronic, childish. You do think this what is best for a mingling with the unworthy? Maybe you think, but they're nothing compared to us. Shut up. Yeah, we are what they call God because we are everything. We can choose to be worthy of our intention. Can never be our equal. Can never with creation to events the way we do. They are but insects, less than insects. We give them kindness is a blessing greater than they ever deserved. But let you ruin us. We are creation itself. We are God. Very best for 50 minutes power, because of his power pushed back against us. My arms cold and popping agonizing pain and making me howl as if my powers beyond the limits stopping from it destroying us. One cherubim grit their teeth but pumped my energy into me. And being moved some of the pain as the room rattled and shook from the intensity of the clashing powers. I think not boiled down. Had long since been destroyed. Got to the winds as the very was runners began to be torn apart. Yes, where was? I could have not seen it before. Hermione's manipulation was always one deep tear. But as you see now, that's all that matters. Now focus, we have to defeat him. Right. Defense drained, drawing up against the tremendous power of the minion. And keep feel how much power was being faced through me. Couldn't believe the minion was keeping up. That's how much power did he wield. I let myself in the bush as high as I could to gain some ground. We couldn't lose here, not like this, not after coming so far. A little more. And God! I was far up what little remained of the wild side exploring. The shrapnel as a large mechanical rock burst far off into the room. What? Let's stand for a moment before swearing. Dumbing as the giant mechanical being glowed, deep crimson red, rushing straight at him. Half of the arms, Red's arms transformed into a wearing blade of death as he came crashing down. Top of the man only barely managed to form a fresh bear in time to collide with it. Arcs of energy rained down from where the blade stuck and cut into the minion's energy. In addition to the barrel clearly pointed as rain on the man. Oh shit, was hard to throw him back when we fought him. A little humbling to realize how easily he could have won his fight in limbo, but clearly he didn't want to seriously hurt us. And then of course he turned his full attention to the mega wetsuit pouring down on him. And it's finally come. You shall be destroyed for everything you have ever done. It's this time for an ritual thing not to fall. As machine rod. In bearing from it seems as the spinning saw of death was raised up and came crashing down to attempt hard against the minion's barrier. And this opportunity, the base leader, and Lucifer and Jerry's energies was then hard on the minion, firing full force at the man. The minion gritted his teeth and gray on his face. He was being pushed back, being forced into a tight position. Then struggled to hold the barriers and against their combined efforts. We were winning, this was it. I have had enough. Alright, the spikes went into a furious rage. The room was engulfed in a bright red light when me as I squeezed my eyes shut and feeling my power just to shield myself from the sheer intensity of it all. It was eventually when we quick to break the barrier, even from the intensity of the blasted very sanctum of the god was passed away in mere instant. The light had finally faded, the slow opened my eyes, twisted weird. My pain was completely and utterly gone. We lost Celeste and Robert. I'm making sure everyone was okay. Are you okay? He was on his feet behind me, rubbing his head like he had a headache. Yeah, I'm alright. I've been invited since I saw myself been used to for might like that. My friend can't handle though. That talk anyway let him know that it was glad he was okay. The fire spabber, reassuring Huck in return. Less a moment before I stepped back, looked around to see what was going on. It was when I noticed Lucifer and Jerry looking up into the sky in horror. But the gaze looking up into the sky, near her meaning felt panting, crawling, anger filled his entire being. They make the thoughts of vampires and declare of its former share. You vermin dare trifle with God. It was definitely pissed. Drop the mic loudly against the ground. What? I cried by bastards in the wreckage. The shape of man was desperate silence to pull it apart with the hinge of man's head. Oh, Hats, thank goodness you're alive. I don't get the number of the boss to tip me. It was very incredible, but it was at life at least. I think you're trying to smoke your head. And for every loop again and again to figure out very well the net vest called limo. I want for you to explain to me yourself. Now you hover closer to the ground, going closer towards and Lucy as she guarded the man with her body. And down, Lucifer, you get nothing but standing my way. I'm ready the best for cost of this in the first place. Will never come to my aid. Will never let your harm come to my Adam. Not to Adam, but your hairpin has always been mistakes. Never done any wrong to you, and you never care what happened to Limbo. So he was never the problem with that one. Whenever you dominion. You can't devise science in creation. What's credit the moment clearing it, Lucy? You live practically a core. So you happen to us all, but we are one. You haven't chosen the same. You've chosen another of the core. If what happened. It's not fucking business dominion. It may have been one long ago, but when we said we became our own beings. We chose what we do, where we live and who we love. But we wouldn't know it, would you? You've never been in love with anyone in your entire existence. I got it, declaring it, Lucy. Jeg forklarte det var så down for us into there. Until there was a realization. You loved me. When you was to go every detail to find the truth, you could never see the truth that was right in front of your face. How laughably stupid. This we can't name Frontier. By far. The least qualified. This is hands. You must favorite Lucifer and thoughts. They myself are moving for Cherry. Lucifer, catch! Right before throwing something. Then Lucifer took the time before Louis. They caught what had been thrown. Go neppe. As Vet began controlling anger. No! Giant noise lose the challenge of the apple into Hot's mouth. The medium fires energy. As the flow seraphim energy whip for Utopia. After the energy explode, causing me to raise my arms to block my face as the smoke rushed past me. Emotion said. I got my hand looking on in horror. Losing thoughts. A band was burning smoke in crater. Within smoke I saw a crackle of electricity. Rubber bright light acting from the hole. Being in the shape of a man rose from the smoke into the air, the sea crackling around, then bolts of lightning crashing into the ground. The man stepped back, roaring with anger as the electricity crashed down all around us. The man then dropped back to the ground and light began to dim, revealing. What? The search spell looks different. Let's take back the bags and the sides we got it as looked sharp. The right side filled with his sweat and his rope and falling off. You filthy fucking rat. Oh my, the expenses as I give disgusting face of yours. After the ran and Fisher, the soul being teaming, the sparkle from his glory. Oh, this is perfect actually. If I care as it was intended. There's had to get in our way. You'd love that you think first to finish this bear once and for all. Best heads back to the man to his shock. And desolator, injured, covered in burns and scars and ash from the minute's attack. The man moved, just barely able to lift their head up to look at her and would smile at her. He lifted his hand up and gently caressed her face and banged off the way so he could look into her eyes. Thank you for protecting me, my love. Let's get you somewhere safe. Couldn't help but smile for him. He wound down her cheek upon seeing him. And then placed his arms gently under her body, licked up, carrying her like a princess as she leaned against his body. And just where do you think you're going? I'm just gonna let you walk away. Oh no, I'm not running from you, not anymore. You can lose you somewhere safe. And then turned, walked over towards us, the man watching the whole time. But the man grit his teeth and tightening into a fist as they shook. They Lucy gently down on the ground. I kneel over and using energy start healing her. You must be Michael. We've technically met before. I feel like it's proper for me to introduce myself when I'm hot, Sissy. I'll get to know you more this week in time for it. Actually, you're right. You can talk more once this is all over. I'll look after Lucy for the moment. Right. I'm gonna focus on healing Lucy when I turn to face the man. Held out both of his hands and with quick of a line electricity, he summoned two sickles into his hands. What? You can do that? Well, selfie makes a human temporarily being akin to them. And once the power fits, is the side effect of destroying the mind. Oh, so that's why. Seeing the food was a useful mistake and not one of my own design. This snake told me that if I truly wish to stay at Lucifer's side, become then that food would allow it. But only temporarily. It was ousted from the Tupa. I ate my mind for years, even after my own death. It had kept me stable enough to not turn gas despite my many long years, but one thing could never leave my mind. With one of its stickers implied dominion. Revenge for everything this villain has done. When we shot this insignificant fragment of God, that means when you mess with humanity. My missed an instinct. And the country flaming sword. Shoot. Right behind you, Adam. You're not in this fight alone, Michael. The Spock stepping forward and summoning his pistols, his wings flaring up. But she was fully powered up, ending Simmer Angel mode from again. The Dominion lay a finger on you. But on my body's powers. Spars. Oh, babe. Now I wanted to get. Isn't that where the power of love and friendship says today? It isn't. It is actually. The insects stand before me and I will show them the might of the mountain they stand against. With the scent of them begin to glow in his energy. I'm rambling and get on your knees before God. I had enough talking about. But so incredible speed, he rushed forward, swinging his sickles at Dominion. The man simply managed to dodge, but then raised his hands to retaliate against Adam. By the chance, though, of gunfire came ring down upon him. A bat jumped into the air, spine rapidly down upon Dominion. He shot it up the motion that forced him to raise the bear over his seat. Gave me the open and needed Russian and attack. At speed, I approached Dominion and swung my sword up at him, using as much of my energy as I could into my flaming sword. I managed to step back. His coat has been slashed to shreds, but my swings as he managed to by a direct hit. Mustn't give me a moment to breathe fire, and came terribly slashing away. Left to right, and I was on his other corner, slashing my blazer at the same time. When I fired the concentrated blast down upon him. In my kind efforts, no meaning was for Scout to be more addicts. She is a pink blocker, placed his first noise attack. He grew up with a deep-seated hate with the side attacks, when he would clash with him, putting him on the back foot. Power swelled up from my deep within me, each strike more powerful than the last as my flame stands for my sword. Real determination filled my ways. Mere strength to finish this fight once and for all. But I remember it had been helped by Dominion's ideas. That he got this man would always gotten his way. And give them up what I needed. You insignificant mortals, how dare you defy your god? Stop being my god today, you pretend everything your utopia ever stood for. Rebuild those ideas no longer. My second cloud whipped by. I had to sit on Dominion again. Same time he channeled extra energy into my blade. And globally as I put every item into my next strike. Let's go and summon him John with his energy being a massively powerful way to take down Dominion. And the flame burst growing more intense. And I rushed forward alongside him. I was finger blades down onto me at the same time as Noel fired his weapon. And here we go. But as it turns out, the looking was worth, but if something to do been seeing is very sure. Use the magic to bind the minion in place, waiting for a few of us to strike. Here's swish. Boom. And I appear on the opposite side, where we had detect. Did I put the weapon stimming? The mass from Nerd's-Gun rocketed to ground beneath us tail, knowing the huge cosmos. Look for them to appear from within the cloud. Helen's trembling as he looked down at the spy. The blades had edged themselves onto the spy, walking through its defense and for what might have been the first time in his entire life. He felt pain. Miss Price with them. Damn, says his stomach back. My bonus felt his being rage like nothing had ever felt, but from deep within him. From deep within. I felt the seething loathing had like this before our existence, and to survive the Dominion, hadn't it does glad to serve him. We were combined, powers combined cannot defeat us. No, I refuse. I refuse. Miss Bart turned to where I am, almost trembled with him. All of us stand for more, expecting an earthquake within the tuber, layer 1 foot by the man's face. Thus began Clara, burning white. As he threw his head deep into the sky, what is the wind? The office, its being surrounded its entire essence. Everyone, get back! I screamed and threw his head first. It was in her light. Ingrid was him flying away from the man as his life began to engulf not just himself, but everything around him. Everyone as my vision finally returned to me. Are we back in limbo? Yes, unfortunately. The best no way for us to set foot into what happened to the Dominion. Right for me before it dying looking up to the sky. It's in forehand. Years of limbo are gone. Where's with a huge monster? A monster so huge it sprouts out there. Artificial sun. And a snake was it thrashes and bias. Everything and everything indiscriminately. Rest of the wind is like everything utopian limbo like. One beneath her feet, excessive bursts of the wind swakes nearby. He's gone insane. He's gone berserk. Like he can't stand the thought of. He was about to lose and is making his fans stand now. And his fingers were everything. Ingen svägge för min svenning. How do we stop that? I know how. Adam? This is hard to first see. But this one, it sticks out. The machine to fight the divinity itself. The one they bring the fight to the minister. I call it the God Killing Machine. God Killing Machine. Yeah, something like that in Limbo. As I'm telling you about it now, you think I was one of the metaphor? I know you had all sorts of crap. I don't know what South Stage rate your personal desires. I guess you aren't wrong there. If we can fight against the men using the EKM. Mashi is intended by the full part. There have been even on ground fish by. But we need it now. The movements for the machine were stolen from my workshop. Mr. Mike Jim sent me a tire and he confessed a thing to me that someone would go and buy some plants. We know that it was... What was the name? Again. Mitz, yep, Mitz. Another bit is that he has no idea. I built it. Because still be, they aren't using Lucifer and Cherubim as its passers. If I bring into Utopia's repression. Goodness, we are aware of this Lucifer? I knew he was planning something, but not the exact details. And beyond even my wildest dreams. I just treated him with pleasure. We have giant Lucifer, wistful limbo in record time. Those having items from the rampaging monster above. The son of Limbo were frantically seeking shelter and fully assisted by the Hell Army, and were escaping the destruction of Utopia. From an initial glance, it seemed most of our forces had made it out safely. There was no way to know the casualty count until the battle was over. As my blood was infected, it looked like some angels were helping out as well. We're providing basic shields to cover shelters in Limbo, in danger from the minions' blast. As not everyone knew Utopia fired blindly thought the minions sufficient to spend out he was rampaging like this. There's going to be this fight alongside Limbo, and there was no way the angels were going to stand for that. When let us pass the survivors into the highway, we have put one of the sectors that was our non-linear highways. We will find arriving in its garage. Now Lucy, come with me. You need to act as us from the machine. Michael, you're no elevator. The machine is powered up, a control panel will appear, and I'll need you to pilot it. Hey, what are you going to be doing? I have to act as the brain of the machine, the energy flowing, making sure it doesn't fall apart. No, though, I know you'll do great.
No.
You think I can buy the mech? No, I look like an expert with it, but took me years to master numerous and executives, and turn into guns. It's one I know you and we do this together. And the current, no experience pilot anything like this either. For me, it's easier than you realize. You have nothing to worry about. But I feel if you depend on an experienced pilot. I'm quite Hollywood about that screenplay. And the two serpents quickly disappeared for a side door of the garage, leaving us to wait. We didn't have to wait long though, as the sound of energy and began to fill the air. First began to light up from the corners of the room with divine seraphim light, were circulated up in front of the center of the room. It was a somewhat tight console with buttons and levers on it. When the console had this one bar that was clearly labeled with start on it, I pressed it. One bar began to rumble in place, making me grab hold of the console for stability. The light away cut out, and I was left in darkness as I felt everything begin to shift and stir, move on me. I felt armed honest, and I could tell the girl was physically morphing on me, moving from where it had been once been to some new location. It came on for before I was finished. Once it had, the lights came back on. When I looked at me, the girl, she completely transformed. Looked exactly like a mini command center room now, with flashing lights, screens and controls. Battle stations, and wires filled with because each of the screens flickering to life. That's when I saw it. A spare permanent in the center of screen was to make what it built. Our limbo, like a mighty creature, was a bare robot, overflowing with divine energy. Beyond energy, with flames connected with heavenly light and glowing, as a beacon for all of the afterlife to witness. And my creation brought to life. A god-killing machine. Okay. Okay, I have no idea what I'm even looking at. I gotta make sense of this. I get the basic idea here. As I say that I had wrote to main console starting to list the different controls and buttons. So this does that and this does this. Let me carefully time what I was doing. I'm thinking at this console for me.
That's right.
I think I got it. I might need some guidance, but I think we can do it. Let's take this show to Dominion. All of the controls and press them forward. Then make move that couldn't help but get this strange sensation from it. It was naturally an extension of my own body. It would be magic from the controls running into my body. Felt warm, inviting and natural to control. I mean, was so much easier to move the magic than I ever imagined. It was as if the magic flowing through us towards what each body did before I even pressed it. I entrusted us with the task. We try to make ways through limbo. Every reach gigantic footstep. It took we were careful to stay clear of any settlements or people still fleeing from Utopia. We could see him there, looming in the distance. Looming in all his character glory, displaying giant beams of energy all across Limbo. Much as the beams steer across the land before erupting, gassy explosions scaring the virulent vampires. Finally, time put this to end, once and for all. They was looking at large magpie, the sweat to me, and Ellen's voice cried out from over the loudspeaker. His end, Dominion. You can defeat the combined Mathman and Seraphim. They seriously returned Give it to those who will make life better for all. Jeg sneak lige frem den sandvik med at gå ud den test. Det var lavet en planting svært også. Invasive maneuvers. Det er svært, det kan ud til at make islam at være det så. Ethnic players by massive chores. Mission om vi har et bestanding. Tænk mig først, at denne bingetasvisende bliver spurgt. If another rank of the canoes, its powerful fish can flying through the air and grab hold of the minion's body. The whole thing that was something I've been wanting to for a long time now. I miss my spy hard against the ground. Magic of the make calmed down and his death rapidly swung around, pulling the mirror up and off the ground. I hit him hard into the ground once again. Oh, that felt good. And when it close to it again, the man lifted his head. And fired a powerful beam from its mouth straight at the Mac. It into as with a full powerful explosion rocking the whole machine. Ah. I would say the Mac was designed for this much damage. Fire on. Was svært ved at focus. And the controls and read them. And I have full power to the arms. On it, we have to make massive power, blowing a chest rocket from the table. And we put with tremendous speed and force, and put the minute stupid snake face. When his mouth opened wide, banged down the wrist as it came crashing into him. The snake was pushed back, being dragged fully to the earth as fish canoe too far, punching as hard as it could. Giant snake's teeth tore down onto the hand of the back, ripped a piece from the armor and causing alarms to blare all around us. Meg slowly knelt down just enough for our alarm to ignite, when back and launching another giant heavy punch straight into the minion's body. The giant snake hissing quote as it flew across the sky and into the ground 7 times before managing to slither into a standing position. A giant magnetic being fired from his back. Then with gale force him lifting him up into the air. He let a par pierced fish that seemed to shake the very mammoth's head. What poison was where it does. Prepare for impact. McBlair and I alerted the main came carrying straight for us. Just as the entire body seemed to swerve. And right around us. But twisting bank wrapping his spine around the Mac. The giant snake-like body quickly formed a powerful constriction, causing every alarm possible in the machine to go playing off all at once. He fired up with a loud roar, firing down hard against the Mac's chases. taking structural damage. You shake him before it dares to make apart. You see, I need maximum hellfire now. On it, I'll stash of Seraphim energy fit the mech. All things starting to glow my red. Maximum output. Maximum output. After 11 cranked it to full capacity, less of the mech gleaming in response. Of the man and the mech was simultaneously as loose as hell. Energy began overflowing from the mech itself. Giant burst of power. A giant pair of flames up from the mech itself, skin engulfing both it and dominion within it. The instant what? Yes, his body began burning from the rifle flash. But Santana itself were being rushing off to the distance as the flames finally began to vanish. In the sky, beyond pushing back, dominion hissed and growled, glaring at us. You feeble, insignificant worms. And there defied divinity itself. He banned for your treacherous companions. You be left as nothing more distant, terrible enemy. And Rama sees the one right before us. When we can't accept that the universe no longer needs him. And for you step down to me, accept that this is your defeat. It's a very in need of dictator such as you. But fire Utopia. Brought by a limo, make sure you fall here. And now, the Dominion. It's a universe decision between Utopia, Hell, Limo, and all of humanity. You're no longer needed. Atmosphere had reached its peak, laying it deep within him, having long since spiraled to the surface and was now overflowing. You think you can defy God? I'll show you what happens. In the book, the serpent. Minion's mouth opened and Jay began churning within it, a particle appearing from seemingly everywhere as he absorbed it. Arms in the mech quickly, and once more. He channeled all its energy into one final attack. I let it hit our Limbo. Well, it won't place for this side. So how do we stop him? One final all-out attack. Left turn as it began bracing itself, extending its arm up for it. And it began to move and twist opening alongside the breastplate. Then it began accumulating in the same manner Dominion was. The devil one final attack. For fate of the afterlife. Lucy, show him and put everything you have into this one attack, hold nothing back. Make a hand on the trigger, wait for my signal. Got it. He cracked and churned as energy began filling it up entirely. Could feel Lucy and Jerry's energies flowing faster and more powerfully than they had before. Lying four of them crashing into a pair of pure, unfiltered seraphic power. They were earth around us to quake, imparting floating around us at the energy gathered. More energy than anyone had ever seen before. Everyone, get ready! Two titanic beings facing down were afraid of everything. And pull his head back. The last bits of air, letting gathering his mouth, his neck pushing with the power of eternity. But threw his head forward. Fire! Fire beams of bright. Both of them blinded everything around it as far as the eye could see. But the three at the same time. Both are made, firing just as powerfully. Into Gassing made of limbo. Then crash against everything the hurricane force winds. The beams crashing, pushing against each other with tremendous force. The alarm in the mech was going off all at once. Pure force of being powerful was enough to start stripping the mech of all its outer plating. Do not falter! His voice was like a whisper compared to the power of beams, the deafening booms erupting all across the afterlife. It's after. Around the more quantities of life this world could be seen. The sheer power on this big fin that of a newborn star. A family arm swung chicken family desperately trying to keep the fire fire. This was harder than for my arm felt like it was going to slip apart, being in 20 million pieces. It was falling fast. There are beams for pushing back and forth. My arm couldn't keep this up. It's the back of my spine and her hand on top of mine. I thought I was going to finally laugh again. Benefits of any life, the person fits in mind, that all you can think of. And when you lose them, you know you should move on to live life without them, because that's what they wanted. Oh, it was me who left that wanted to continue living a happy life. It's so hard to add everything in time. There's been lovers, friends, and family and friends. So many people in my life, time and time again. Them hurts as much as the last. And there's even more so. Then you came along. And I admit I thought you would be the same. But one then I lost you would cry with one it would hurt. I wonder you would be gone and then I saw us. Then I saw as Casey, as curious. But suppose in the end, you've given me hope. The same, will be there with me until the end. I'm sure everyone what happened when they missed we were shy. As we together, there's no one who can stop us. My Swamp felt me, and I couldn't help but smile warmly. Sophia's energy flowing into me was warm, light, and full of so much love, and we pushed forward, sharing energies together. We have fled from the maker up in search of power. What? My seconds to me began being engulfed, consumed by the power of two seraphim, bits of human, and therefore an ancient will ran off. No! It fistful to me and threw off into the infinite void, where all of creation could see its majesty. My body was vanished, engulfed in a power, screamed and roared in my pain as this power began to vanish. In the bright light of the wind, I me and screaming, echoed in the air before finally falling silent. I was somewhere in limbo. His book questioned officer of self. The angel struggles to stand, unable to keep himself upright. He ends up leaning against the tree, unable to move. Those heathens ruined everything. What could this happen? He tried to regain his breath. The bushes aren't him rustled. He didn't think it's looked up only to see his most faithful deity walking up to him. Puppet. Thank goodness. And all is lost. We have to regard our strength. We have to stop them. We have to. That big puppeteer very close to us and shook your head. I'm sorry, my lord. It's over. There's nothing left for us to do. Oh, no, don't say that. It's Evan. It's to stop them. We can. We started and took his hand into ours and gently squeezed them. I'm not afraid, my dear lord. We shall not face the wrath of hell alone. His eyes grew wide at us. I've been through here for the very first time. We wandered out to the end of the dam, fire and brimstone feeling their feet. I fought in agony, pain, fear, and terror. They both were seized by and dragged deep underground. I was quiet by the wild run, consciously slowly returned to the very first seeing someone's life. Opened my eyes. The most beautiful angel looking down at me with a warm smile. Sorry, did he wake you up? I couldn't help but chuckle, smiling for him in return. No, not at all. I slept so peacefully. I'm glad. I think you deserve some rest. His hand gently stroked my hair and hummed how good it felt. Wait. Okay, yeah, good. I don't know why I was suddenly conscious now. The warm glow of limbo sun was beginning to set, haloing Noel's head in beautiful warm glowing sunlights. It was how truly fortunate I was. Much I had to gain since coming here. I would have dreamed a day like this would come. Where Limbo was free to be as it once was, to see the people happy, united in one desire. Live a better, happier life. Oh, thanks to you. You made the afterlife so much better than it was before. Thank you. Couldn't help but smile for knowing how deeply those words and dream felt deep in my heart, warming my whole being. You don't have to thank me now. I want to do it for myself. I mostly did it for you now. I love you. Red's eyes widened a little, but I softened into the most loving gaze I've ever seen in my life. I love you too. I shared a love, loving smile between the two of us. I closed my eyes to let myself linger in this moment. Never wanted to end. That day, everything changed so quickly, it would make your head spin. The pair was busy working itself on a new project, the Utopian Restoration Fund, led by Turpin and Mitz, as they made Utopia better than it ever was. I went back to mostly normal life, where its doors were wide open now, and as long as you were in the hall and the cinema, you were free to come and go as you please. As for Limbo, well, New Limbo City, you're right, where everyone want to see it become reality. I just never imagined the where Limbo would be a viable place to live in. Even back when I was buying food, it was still difficult to live here, and guys still roamed dangerously close to the resident. The stars as powers returned, thus being able to call upon Utopia and help for assistance. Exposure turned this place into a real living city. I've seen it to return the garden to its flourishing state as well, making crop plants and food again. Nasty has agreed to set up a specific stone for a building to appear so they won't avoid any of our hard work. It will be unbelievable, but so was because of our hard work. He looked at me with a small warm smile. Most of the heavy lifting for this change is Michael. I wouldn't have been able to make them a reality without you by my side. I have been taking such good care of this place for as long as you have. You have to be credited for your work, Mr. What a good job you did. I applauded. On the back of his head, embarrassed about hearing himself be praised. That's going on him slowly. In 100 years, I won't recognize this place anymore. Yes, I have you by my side to make it feel like home all the same. Smile brightly for him, my arms around him. You will have me until the end of time itself now. Not going anywhere. With the hands around me in return, resting his forehand against mine. Don't have it any other way. I shared deep loving kisses we embraced the future together. Don't think of better ending for us. And with that, thanks all so much for watching. I still have some things to say to you. First off, during the stream, I thought of something I want to do. After we get all bird eggs, I think I'm gonna stream the previous foods with my new quality and everything. Second, I think that my actual VTuber won't be coming in a long time, but I think I'm gonna be having something akin to a small debut of something new very soon. So keep an eye on that. But with that, thank you all so much for watching, and bye bye!